Well, the cold winter months are upon us, but it's a great time to heat up your reading with the Winter Reading Challenge, courtesy the Suffolk Public Library. We're talking about the Winter Reading Challenge, courtesy of Suffolk Public Library today, and joining us to cover this exciting topic, because there's some real fun things to talk about, we have Allie Flake, who's the Community Engagement Senior Librarian, and Caleb Lane, who is our Marketing and Community Outreach Associate. Thank you both for being with us today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, when we talk about the Winter Reading Challenge, what are we talking about, and what's the overall goal of the program?
So the goal for the Winter Reading Challenge is to pretty much bring the community together through reading. This is our 5th annual reading challenge, I believe. And so we want to do that. We've always been really good about the reading challenge.
Right.
And so we're very excited to get back into it this year and trying to get new people on board. And yeah, so that's...
Okay. So the goal, I know every year, is obviously to encourage people to read. And that goes for people of all ages. So again, there are different age divisions as far as how this is broken up and how y'all are going to be kind of monitoring it. So how is that kind of broken up or structured?
It's structured mostly for prizes, so 0 to 4, I believe, and then 4 to 8. There's a teen, and then adult,
right?
Over 18, and so that's kind of how we break it up, just for the sake of making sure that when they win prizes, they win things that they would actually enjoy.
Right.
Because that's really important to us.
Correct. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And it's a good way to get people to want to participate, knowing that at the end they have a chance to win a bigger prize.
Got it. But with some reading programs or challenges, I should say, it's up to, we want to see what individual can read the most amount of books. But that's not quite what we're looking at here, though, correct? It's more just participating in general, but when you do read, and the more you read, the more chances you get to win prizes. Is that kind of how it's set up? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also, it's important for us, like, they can read the same book. You can read the same book over and over.
Got it.
If you're a family reading to your younger child or your toddler or whatever, you can track that book. If you read it twice a day, every single day, you can track it.
Got it.
The goal is just to get people to read.
Sure.
That's
Right,
that's the goal.
Very simplistic, but again, it's got some creative stuff as far as with the prizes and stuff that y'all are offering.
Yeah.
So before we talk about how people can register, what are some of the prizes? What are we kind of talking about, and how is there just the one prize at the end for each age group, or an overall, or how is that kind of broken up throughout the program?
So there's going to be weekly prizes.
Got it. Okay.
Which are going to be a little smaller prizes, still pretty nice. I think they're all like cozy prizes.
Okay.
So it's like a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Ice skating,
Okay.
tickets,
Nice.
things like that.
But all building toward the grand prize or grand prizes at the end, correct?
Right.
Got
And
it.
that's going to be in the form of a raffle.
Okay.
And so those are the prizes that are broken out into different age groups. So I believe for babies, so like 1 to 3.
Right.
I believe it's
It's a little mini camper.
Camper,
that
that's
they
right.
can,
A
like,
camper.
play
All
inside
All right.
of.
Cool.
And then I believe the next one is $200 to Apex,
Okay.
the arcade, and then it's Busch Gardens, right? Busch
2
Gardens.
tickets
Okay.
to
All right.
both Busch Gardens and Water Country
Got
that I
it.
think that they can use like up until like school starts.
Okay.
It expires in September or something like that.
Nice.
And then the 18 and plus prize is a year subscription to Netflix.
Perfect. Okay. Well, there's some good stuff out there that, again, read. That's the big purpose here. But is there a cost or no cost?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Free.
Do you need to be a library member and have a library card to participate, or how does that work? Again, with registering the fact that you've read certain things. Do you have to be a member? And obviously, that membership is free as well. We know that as well.
Yeah.
So.
I believe you have to be, but I think you can sign up for like a digital card,
Got it.
and
Okay.
and that will allow you
Got it.
to register for Beanstack.
Right.
So it's one of those things, like if you don't have one, don't panic.
Right,
Like you
right,
have
right.
a very
Sure.
accessible way to get one.
I know the Suffolk Public Library has always made it very easy for people to get a library card. And again, because of the digital realm of things, I mean, and certainly maybe thinking COVID related as well, you're not requiring people to actually go into the library to get materials. I know y'all have curbside service and other services that are offered to provide opportunities for people to easily access as far as the materials that you have. You mentioned Beanstack. So what is that, and is that the app that you connect with to kind of register what you're doing throughout the program?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beanstack is its own app or program. They just started the app this year.
Okay.
So you can actually download the app now and register.
Okay.
It doesn't start till January 1st, but you
Right.
can do it like preemptively, and then explore and kind of get to know it. Because to be honest, this is the first year that I will have used the Beanstack app.
Got it.
Most of
Okay.
the time, it's just an online platform.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, it's just the company that we use
Okay.
to do the reading challenge, and it's
Okay.
really accessible, super easy.
Okay. Okay. And Beanstack.
Beanstack.
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Now, to register, are you registering through Beanstack for the challenge, or are you also doing it through the library? Both, or either or? How does that? Where do you go to register? Is it just a Beanstack, and that's the way people do that?
So you can register at, I think it's through the website, so it's Suffolk Public Library.
Okay.
.beanstack.com.
Okay.
And they also have a mobile app now.
Got it, okay.
That you can use.
Okay.
And you can register through there and log
Okay.
in and track your reading and
Got it.
everything
Okay.
through both of those.
But it's self-reporting as far as what books, and you mentioned, I think, off the top, that if you've read something more than once, which again is still reading. That's really the premise of what we're talking about. That is still permissible, and you're just doing all that in the app, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. So again, trying to keep everything nice and easy and simple there. We mentioned the groups and the period, so it starts January 1st, is that correct? And runs through when?
The 31st.
31st of January. So it's just focused on that winter month when things are a little chilly outside, but people are thinking and reading and doing the things they need to do inside in that respect. We talked about the prizes. Now, where can you keep up with kind of how the winter challenge is going? Because I know from y'all's perspective, certainly we want individual participation, but there is an overall goal, I believe, of 8,000 books to be read for the month.
Yes.
And I think it's a very attainable goal because I think we have a very engaged community that loves to read. So, and I know y'all's outreach is really doing a good job to connect people with the resources that Suffolk Public Library offers. But again, where can people track kind of how things are moving along? What's the best way to keep up with that?
Social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our Instagram or our Facebook.
Right.
You would know the usernames better than me probably. Suffolk Public
Right.
Library.
Oh, it's Suffolk- yeah,
Yeah,
Suffolk
right,
Library,
right, right.
yes.
Okay, yeah. I know y'all do a great job as far as with your social media and publicizing and what's going on, what's coming up. And again, follow them if you don't already on multiple platforms. I know they're out there. Again, the city website, or the public library website, I should say, direct people there as well. We'll put that URL up on the screen so people could follow that. Again, they have a calendar so you can kind of see what's going on throughout the month. But of course, the challenge we're talking about, the winter challenge, it runs the whole month of January. So again, we're already covering that there with that. So I'll ask both of you individually, if someone's maybe has not participated in the challenge before, or maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But what would each of you say individually to encourage someone to go ahead and get signed up, whether it's them, their children, or perhaps the whole family, depending upon circumstances?
Well, I think, reading is just such a fun thing to do. I think we all read, especially when you're in school. You have books that you read from the library and everything like this. And I think this is a good opportunity to, while you're reading, have this incentive of,
Right.
you get these prizes and everything. And also it's a really cool opportunity to get together with the community and other people to
Right.
just read and have fun and
Right.
win prizes.
That's right.
I think for me, it's something that you're probably already doing. And I try to encourage people not to get too in the weeds about what counts or what qualifies as a book.
Right.
If you're reading to your child read that book and you read that book, it counts. We're not very picky. Ultimately, the goal is promoting literacy, and you're doing that by reading.
Right.
So I just encourage people to track anything
Right.
that you're reading.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think most people probably be surprised when you really think about it, the things that you do read is sort of throughout the day or throughout time, whether you're interacting with your children or just reading for your own personal pleasure. I mean, there's different ways to do that, and realizing, wait a minute, I've kind of done quite a bit. So like I said, that 8,000 goal, that should probably be knocked out, about a week or so? I'm joking. But I mean, again, I think, we have a very well-developed reading population here in the city of Suffolk, and the ability to connect up with people of all ages, I think, is also nice, because you're not just focused on one group, because I think everybody, you're never too old to read, never too young to read, as far as the case would be. And if you don't, then having someone read to you in the respect of maybe a parent or care provider and a child is a great way to tap into that as well and get everybody kind of on board with that. And again, during the winter months, I mean, again, things might be, as I said, a little chilly outside, maybe activities move or to an inside type platform. Again, a great way to tap into it with this winter reading challenge that we're talking about. Again, it kicks off January 1st, runs through the 31st of January. We are talking about, again, the winter reading challenge, and we talked about, again, the ways that you can sign up. You mentioned about going to the website, or again, also downloading the Beanstack app to be able to track the materials there. And if you have any questions about what we're talking about today, I'm assuming as well they can call or stop by a public library location to talk with staff, who I'm sure are very well versed, and get them signed up on site, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Again, customer service is what these people do. I mean, they don't exist without people coming in and interacting with them and utilizing the services both at the public library locations. And remember, there are 3. We have Morgan Memorial, North Suffolk, and Chuckatuck. So again, all of there are available. The curbside service is a great resource to utilize. Again, now how does that work for those who are not familiar with that? You go ahead and place I would call it an order, so to speak, online, or you call ahead to request books or items that might be there to be checked out, and then you pull up, you call and they come out and they just deliver it. Literally, it's curbside. I mean, I don't mean to dumb it down, but that's what we're talking about, correct? It's really that simple, right?
Yeah, you got it done pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
You place a hold on any item, and then you come to, we have a little curbside parking areas that you can go to, and then you call in and we bring it out to you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We also have lockers too if people don't want any interaction with people, which we have plenty of customers
Sure.
like that. We also have lockers that you can utilize.
Perfect.
And that's all online.
Got it. Okay. And then, of course, people also can come in and browse as far as the selection, as far as at each location as well. So, again, there's opportunities there. And, again, visit the Suffolk Public Library website if you want to get more information about hours, locations. Again, we talked about their calendar, which y'all always have stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Winter Reading Challenge is just one small part of what they do throughout the year. But so we kind of talked about the Winter Reading Challenge, how you can sign up, how you can participate when it kicks off, again, January 1st. But pre-registration is already underway. I know we're taping this in mid to late December. So again, you don't waste any time. You can go and get signed up right now and get on board with the program there. So I want to thank both of you for your time today, sharing information about the Winter Reading Challenge being offered through Suffolk Public Library, a great opportunity to read. And I know we talked about prizes, but I don't want to be too cheesy, but I guess everybody's a winner when you read. And of course, doing it through Suffolk Public Library. So if y'all want to use that as a slogan, go ahead. You can have it if you want to. Just kidding. But again, thank you for your time and being with us today.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Thank you. That would do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We'll see you next time.